In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on September 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. San Diego Padres versus Chicago White Sox. The San Diego Padres and Chicago White Sox meet Sunday in MLB action from Guaranteed Rate Field. San Diego is still clinging to faint wild-card hopes, while Chicago is limping through the end of a lost season. The Padres will send Michael King to the mound, and although he's been up and down recently, his overall numbers remain solid enough to trust against a White Sox lineup that ranks near the bottom of the league in nearly every major offensive category. Chicago counters with Sean Burke, who has pitched reasonably well in 3 of his last 4 starts by allowing 2 earned runs or fewer, but he rarely goes deep into games and will hand things over to a shaky bullpen that has been a liability all season. The Padres, despite some inconsistency, are the far more motivated club and have the lineup depth to take advantage of this spot. With San Diego pushing to finish strong, they hold the clear edge. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Diego Padres money line is our full game side pick. The Padres offense has been streaky, but their lineup has slowed down against pitchers who can at least keep them honest, and Burke has shown the ability to do just that. On the other side, the White Sox have struggled all year to generate runs and are averaging fewer than 4 per game in September. Michael King, while inconsistent at times, matches up well against this offense and should be able to limit the damage. Both bullpens have also seen plenty of usage in this series, which could lead to shorter innings and lower scoring stretches late. With both lineups struggling to consistently string together runs, this looks like a game that stays below the projected total. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Guardians versus Minnesota Twins. The Cleveland Guardians and Minnesota Twins meet Sunday in MLB action at Target Field. Cleveland is 7-1 on the run line in its last 8 games and has gone 51-28 on the run line this year as the away team. Minnesota is 28-51 on the run line playing at home in 2025. The Twins have gone 3-8 in the season series against the Guardians. Nobody can stop the red-hot Guardians right now, and I can't see scuffling Minnesota getting in their way as the Twins limp toward the end of the year. There's no reason to go against the Guardians, a team that's lost 1 game since September 5th. And that includes sweeping a doubleheader yesterday. The Twins look like a team that's ready for the season to end, and they were shut out twice yesterday. 2 teams heading in opposite directions, and the Guardians seem on a mission to make the postseason. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. The Guardians played under the total in 3 of their last 4 games, while the Twins have been shut down offensively in multiple recent matchups, including back-to-back shutouts on Saturday. Cleveland's rookie arms and bullpen depth have been in strong form, while Minnesota is averaging fewer than 3 runs per game over the last week. Bradish and Messick combined with their respective bullpens should keep this one low-scoring again. The head-to-head series has leaned heavily to the under lately, with 3 of the last 4 meetings finishing below the number, with Minnesota struggling to put runners across and Cleveland playing controlled baseball down the stretch. Another under looks like the best value here. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Blue Jays versus Kansas City Royals. The MLB action continues on Sunday with an American League matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. I haven't loved how the Blue Jays have looked offensively in this series, and Wacha already stymied the Jays in Toronto in his earlier start against them this season. However, Toronto's in must-win mode here, and the one thing about the Jays this year is they've rarely stayed down for extended periods of time and usually respond in key spots. Wacha's been hit hard in some of his recent outings, and Yesavage was every bit as good as advertised in his major league debut. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. The issue with the Blue Jays during their current 0-4 straight-up run is the offense. They're averaging only 0.75 runs per game during the 4-game skid. While I have my concerns about Wacha, the Royals do have an excellent bullpen to lean on. Their arm barn is 6th in earned run average and 12th in WAHIP this season. On the flip side, Trayesevich just diced up the Rays in his MLB debut. Now he draws a matchup against a Royals side that's just 27th in runs per game this season. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Milwaukee Brewers and St. Louis Cardinals meet Sunday in MLB action at Busch Stadium in the final game of their 3-game series. These teams have split wins over the past 2 nights. On the mound today, we have Freddie Peralta of the Brewers and Matthew Liberatore of the Cardinals. Peralta has been fantastic this season with a 2.65 earned run average and a 17-6 record. More impressive is that he has given up 0 earned runs in 5 of his last 7 starts. He has also faced the Cardinals lineup once this year where he pitched 6 innings and gave up just 4 hits and 1 earned run. Currently, the Cardinals are hitting the ball well with a .264 batting average over the past 6 games. The issue is that I trust Peralta more than I can trust the Cardinals' bats. On the mound for the Cardinals will be Liberatore. Liberatore is having a difficult season with a 4.3 earned run average and a 7-12 record. Additionally, he has given up 3+ earned runs in 5 of his last 7 starts. These numbers are scary when he will go up against a Brewers lineup that ranks 2nd in batting average, 2nd in hits, and 3rd in runs scored on the season. The Brewers also hold a 44-33 record away from home this season. Outside of the starters, both bullpens have been very good on the season. Overall, I believe Peralta will have another great outing with the support of the Brewers bats. I also think this win means more for the Brewers because this win should allow them to clinch the division. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Milwaukee has seen the overpost a 75-74-5 mark in their 154 games in relation to the total this season entering Saturday. The Brewers are tied for 2nd in the majors in runs per game with 5.1, and that number climbs to 5.43 runs per game on the road. Milwaukee has seen an average total of 9.01 runs per game this season, and that number climbs to 9.5 runs per game away from American Family Field on the year. St. Louis entered Saturday having seen the overpost a 77-69-8 mark on the season. The Cardinals are 18th in the majors by averaging 4.29 runs per game on the season, a number that stays flat at 4.29 runs per game at home. St. Louis gives up 4.62 runs per game overall, a number that drops to 4.28 runs per game at home on the year. That gives the Cardinals an average total of 8.91 runs per game, which tumbles to 8.57 runs per game as the home team. We saw 8 runs in the opener, and with Peralta on the bump here, this game likely falls short as well. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Texas Rangers. On Sunday afternoon, the Miami Marlins and Texas Rangers play the final game of a 3-game series at Comerica Park. The Rangers are having a rough week that's pretty much played them out of the playoff race. I'm not eager to get behind Kelly, who has allowed 30 hits and 13 runs in his last 22 innings. Perez has been hit or miss this season, and he's been hit hard on the road, but it doesn't matter. The Marlins are a scrappy, young team that's playing hard and appears to want to finish the season strong. Sometimes you find teams that play through the finish line and enjoy the spoiler role. The Marlins look like one of those teams. I get why Texas would be favored here with Merrill Kelly going in what feels like a season on the line spot for the Rangers here, but let's face it, this entire series has seen Texas's season on the line and the Rangers have fallen flat on their faces. The Marlins just look like a team that wants to finish the season strong and are aiming to get back to .500 as the next level of progression in the team's future. Give me the fish for another win, as the Rangers watch their season crash and burn. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Texas had a spectacular August, and they propelled themselves into the wild card situation with timely hitting and strong starting pitching. September has been a disaster. After posting a .770 team OPS in August and vaulting all the way up the American League West, they are hitting a measly .640 in September and have fallen 5 games behind the third and final wild card spot. They are 8-8 in September and have been average all season. The playoffs look like they are falling out of reach. The total has gone over in 6 of Miami's last 7 games, with both clubs carrying shaky pitching into this matchup and Miami's bats showing some life. This game has the potential to break past the posted number. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.